Let's try again. Looks like my mic is working. So far my video is working. Brought me right back into my old chat. So we'll try and start the game. Boink. Okay. Hello? Hello? Okay. Hello? Okay. Go. So. Should have it working now. Are you playing your mic audio through your speakers? No, I don't have the mic audio coming back. I was just listening to it on my phone, just to make sure the mic was actually working. I do have a standalone mic right here that I am using. And I think, nope, it's broken. Why is it broken? This is such a, why are we doing this wrong? Sorry. I clicked a button and decided it was going to test it, which makes it shriek. I don't know why. I will get a different pair of headphones. I will be right back.
Are you on?
Yes, I'm on. I had a pair of headphones with the mic attached. Is the echo gone? I turned the volume down. Hello? So if that works, I'll be happy. I apparently don't have a mic attached to any of my headphones that are supposed to have a mic attached. I'm apparently not as prepared as I hoped I was. There's that. Okay, that didn't work. Liz, is the echo gone? I'm hoping the audio's fixed. If not, just let me know and I'll see if I can change it again. Turn it down some more. To change my settings here so I can hear audio. There we go. Alright. For this game, we start out with 6 different families, all in their little houses, and a herd of livestock, which this time they gave me cows, as well as a storage barn filled with some coats, some tools, and some potatoes, which I will use as potato seeds. Too far! Where did I go? Oh, there I am. Alright. So I'm going to start with it paused, just so I can collect where I need to be, because I don't remember. So we have here our little information bubble, which gives us the name of the town, the year and the season, the number of adults, students, and children, as well as how many of each resource is currently being stored, the health of my town, and the happiness of my citizens, as well as the current temperature and weather. That way, if there's an issue, I can know. We're going to stick that down there. My event log, which I don't need yet. Don't need the map. This allows me to assign a job to everyone. For example, I need a builder. They're the only people who can actually build the buildings. The laborers are going to be able to cut down trees and do all the other labor things, like carrying the supplies or whatever. And anyone who doesn't have the ability to complete their job will just turn into a laborer temporarily. So it goes through all these different jobs, most of which have a special building for them. So I just turned on one builder. That way they can actually build the buildings I'm going to have them build. The main thing for this game is you need food. You need a lot of food and you need it fast. I have found through research and experience that this gatherer's hut is the best way to get food. So this yellow line is where they'll collect from. It needs to be in a wooded area. We're going to go with here. I will let them start working on that. Roads allow them to move faster. So I'm going to put a road right in front of it. There and there. It does take a builder to build the road, so be wary of that. They're going to be busy. As well as the stone roads will take stone, and if you're just starting out, don't waste your stone on that. Just build the dirt roads and then later on go back and fix them, because the stone are just a little bit faster. Since the gatherer's hut works best when there is a lot of trees around, we're going to make a forester lodge on the other side of it, so that forester lodge will continue to plant trees as well as cut down the ones that it needs. Actually, I don't want it there. I want it first. That one. Yeah. Oh, it doesn't fit. Hold on. I missed. Needs to be you here. And then you here. And then I like to put the whole collection of things that are used in this area. So I'm going to put my hunting cabin here, and my gatherer's hut, or herbologist, sorry, here. So the gatherer's hut will collect berries, mushrooms, etc. from the bushes in the area. The forester lodge will plant and cut down trees in order to make your forest renewable. The herbologist will collect herbs from the ground to create medicine. And the hunting cabin will hunt after deer, etc. I'm going to change my volume back down some more. Let's see if that will help the audio. There, silence. It's beautiful. Alright. I see here I'm running low on stone. I have this little button that I can use to click, and now I can collect all the stone in the green area. So all the red squares were stone that they're going to now mine. I can also collect the iron from the area, as well as the trees, which I'm not going to do. And I also have this button that removes all the resources, and my face is in that way. Never mind. Hold on. I've done this whole time thinking my face was not in the way. There we go. Improved. Maybe. I have 3 viewers. This is great. Let's go. There we go. Okay. I feel better now. Now I can show you guys what I've been talking about for the last 5 minutes. So this is the control thingy that allows me to click on all the buildings and such. So down here I also have the remove resources that will remove the stone, the iron, and the wood all at the same time. The cancel or remove structures, structures, and then the cancel the removal of the trees and woods and stone and iron, as well as the remove roads button. No, you don't remove your roads when you're removing your buildings. I have to remember to use my keyboard. I'm an Xbox player. I don't do this very often. But I do like this game. This is a very good game. I am going to speed them up a little bit. I'm going to set them up to 2. 2 times the power. I'm going to build my little town square thing that I like to do up here with my dirt roads. Dirt. And then bring it out so I know where I can build. We are now in spring instead of early spring. So as you can see, it's now raining. Must be April. April showers bring May flowers. Dirt road, dirt road, dirt road. And there's no point to put one there. I'm also going to bring one out here. We're going to put a fishing hut over there. I'm going to do this and put a well in the center. The well is used for emergency fires, which I have yet to experience on the easy no disaster mode. So I'm assuming that there's going to be house fires anytime that you're on anything with disasters. I'm going to go over here and build from the food production my fishing dock. I'm going to put as far over as I can, so I fit 2 of them over here. And that is 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. And there. just make my road. Beautiful. I'm going to increase the number of builders up to 2. I like to lower the number of builders per building unless they're being rushed. You can also pause the construction of a building so that they don't waste resources on it. Once one of these buildings gets built, I will be able to show you like all the stats that they put in that. It also shows you how many of each task is complete, such as the removal of the things that are on that area, the number of logs, stone, iron, etc. that are needed for the build, and then how much percentage complete based on the number of times they hit it with a hammer. I need to figure out where I'm doing. I'm going to build a stockpile over in this corner because there's not much else I could do with this small corner. I'm going to delete that so I can fit it right in here. Sort of. And do that. And 2 by 2 there. And that's too small. Okay. So it's a little bit more of a stockpile area. And that stores the wood, the iron, and the stone. And then the storage barn stores all the food and tools and supplies that they're going to use. I'm going to need cemetery soon. So I'm going to build one right now before I forget. The cemetery prevents them from, well, not prevents them, but helps them to cope with loss, such as starvation, illness, or old age. I've also had people crushed by rocks in their workplace, or ran over by a cow or something weird. I don't know. There was a lot going on. That is too small for what I want. You can start with a small cemetery, but I don't want to want to change it later on. So let's try this corner. Okay, so 1 down and it will fit. So 20 by 20 is the biggest size for a cemetery. And then I make sure my door is in the front. And we're going to lower the number of people required and pause the production because I want them to finish. And they did finish the herbologist hut first. So I'm going to bump that up to 4 people now working in there. So as you can see, I only have 6 laborers now because 4 of them are in the gatherer's hut. I'm going to put 1 person in the forester lodge and have them doing both cutting and planting, because if you leave it on just plant, I have found that it stalls the gatherer's hut because then there's too many trees. I'm going to put 2 people in the hunting cabin. As you can see in my event logs, 4 children were born in early summer. So in, I think, like 2 years it might be, they're all going to grow up about the same time, which is not always a good idea. If you have too many houses built at the same time and all the babies are born in the same season, they all have to eat. So if all the babies are born in winter, you're kind of screwed. So just be wary when you're building houses. Let's see, they're almost done with the herbologist, and then I'm going to put 1 person in there because I don't usually need that many. I'm going to build my road through past the cemetery. And then across from this, or next to the cemetery, I want to put, where is it? My church. As long as it fits. Perfect. This is a church. It has, it helps improve the happiness, I believe, but you don't need it for weddings or anything, I've found. I don't think you need that for that. You do, however, need to build new houses, or else they will not move out of their previous house. So they will just live with their family until their parents die, and then they're just kind of stuck with their sibling. So I will have 3 new houses. Because I only have 2 builders, it'll take them a while to do so. I exited the log. Why did I do that? Log. Thank you. I like having my log up. It helps me recognize what's going on in my world. I need to lower the number of people over here. I don't need 2 people working on a well. It's not even going to be useful. It's just for decor. I have my 1 person working as a herbologist, so we're good there. I'm now in summer, so we are working on getting to winter. I only have 798 food in storage. I don't know if that's going to be enough. We'll have to find out. It's the wrong size. About here. Can you fit here? Yes. So we're going to put the schoolhouse over here by the water, and then they can play in the stream. Yeah, because my mine isn't going to fit over there. We'll find a different spot for the mine. Quarry is a good idea to place down. It helps mine consistent dirt. Not dirt. Stone. I know what I'm talking about. I swear. We're gonna put it... Yeah, we'll put it here for now. Right, that's where I put it. Okay, I did put it right. We're going to lower the number of people needed for that. I like to set up my towns and then build my people as I expand. Usually I expand my people too quickly and I don't have the food to support them, and then I struggle. So I am trying to do a slightly different slightly better tactic this time. I'm going to build a trading post. So they use the water and they will send out little boats. Little boats will come in, and then I can trade with them with what they have and what I have, and find out how to get a hold of more seeds, more animals, things like that. More supplies if I needed. Can't get it to land right. That's okay. It's just annoying. Can't fit a second one. If you have more than one, it works out a lot better, because then the boats are coming in more consistently. Because they only come in every couple minutes type deal. Don't want to build a market yet. Can I fit a hospital over here? No, too thin. No. Oh, I forgot to put in my woodcutter. The woodcutter will turn all of your wood into firewood for the use of firewood, of course. Warms up all your buildings so that they stay warm in the winter. And this is late summer, going into autumn, so it's starting to rain again. Oh, that's just a shadow. What am I doing? We're gonna put this in this corner. It's pretty easy access from the jobs over here. Yeah, that's good. That's about as far as I want to build, though. I don't want to put too much in their area because then they won't be able to harvest anything because it's taken up by buildings. I actually don't need the trading post for a while, so I'm going to pause it. I will need a schoolhouse eventually, but not a rush. They're doing both fishing docks, almost done. Quarry, I don't need for a bit. Need to find a good field area, which I guess will be down here. That should fit. Food for pasture. Start in... My reserve of logs is low. Okay, so now I have to start mining logs. Yeah, we'll put pasture here, and then the cows will have a place to stay. Because I've also experienced if I don't build the pasture fast enough, all of my livestock will die off because they're not available for being fed or if it's a harsh winter. Let's see. I'm going to build my road down there. Of course it's off by one, and now I'm going to redo it again. Let's try here. There we go. And then I'm just going to go over here and double check that's far enough away. And it is. So that's good. You guys are free to ask questions or comment or whatever in the chat. Ah, I turned it. That's the wrong way. Turn it back. Turn it back. There we go. 91 and 74% complete, so almost there. We're getting there, we're getting there. I'm back up to 3 viewers. We're getting there. Don't forget to tell your friends. We'll be here every weekend. And I am open to suggestions and requests for the games. My food reserve is low. Let's add another hunter. Or 2. That's as much as I can do because I always need 1 laborer to carry my stuff. Oh, I have a fisher. I'm gonna put 1 fisher over here. Then we're gonna come over here and we're gonna pause the fishing dock because I don't have enough people for that. Oh, the sticky on my mouse is coming off. I know I'm traveling pretty far. Yeah, it's sticky. Back we go. I'm gonna swap to my mouse. I like my mouse better. I have a wireless mouse that I use with my Chromebook, and it's smaller and doesn't have sticky on it. If it will go into the port. have my mouse. There we go. Much better. What else can we build? Going to need a town hall. Fits perfectly in here. I like my buildings facing me, so I'm going to turn it. I'm going to need a hospital. Which I will put here. I'm going to get rid of this stockpile. I'm going to move it to cover this whole area. Can my storage barn fit? Nope. Okay. I'm going to add another stockpile here for now because I don't know what's small enough for that besides a house, but I want to take advantage of how far back it goes. Oh, back down to 2 viewers. That's okay. Build all of those but the farm and the orchard, but I'm going to wait until winter to start worrying about those. Yeah, these were only 15 by 15. Alright. Going to bring this dirt road all the way down. As far as it will go. My builder is going to hate me. Is the orchard bigger or smaller? Is same size, perfect. So we're gonna build farm. Now it's winter and nothing will grow. Need orchard. You say I thought that was too far. I'm confused. I'm going to just cancel that and then clear it out myself. I'm probably going to die because I forgot to clear out logs. Logs. We're going to speed this up a bit. These little ice thingies show, or snowflakes, ice thingies, or snowflakes. The snowflakes show that this house is cold because it's a wooden house. It doesn't have a lot of warmth. The stone houses are slightly warmer. The people can also use coats. There are hide coats, wool coats, and warm coats. Warm coats are the best because they're made of both hide and wool and provide the best security. I can also heat the homes with both firewood and coal. Coal comes from the mine that I have to stick in a mountain. The firewood, of course, comes from the wood turning into firewood. Now I'm just mostly waiting for all of my people to grow up so I have more people. I have more people now. People are becoming adults. I have 14 adults and 13 children. I don't think I've had any deaths yet. Yeah, I don't have any deaths. So I must have started with 10 children. I don't remember. That's okay. But I have 2 more laborers and that helps. Or 1 more laborer and that helps a lot. So we still have 913 food, and it's midwinter, so we're doing okay. We're doing good. keeps snowing. Why is there so much snow? And of course the snow is making me very cold. La, 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 la. Oh, late winter, starting to warm up. It's above 32 degrees. I know my log reserve is low. We're working on it. Just clear the forest. Make it possible to do anything else. There we go. That'll help. Oh, I got another adult. Got 2, 3 laborers, so we're getting there. Let me see something. Rain. More children. I love how they're just running around like crazy people. It's glorious. Oh, I never connected this road. Next. Oh, there's stuff in the way. Let's hope that stuff's not permanent. No! I don't want a road there. The road does not go there. The road goes over here. There we go. There we go. Oh, okay. I'm second on this list. That's good. Run, peasants, run! Yes! Make them work. Do my bidding, or else I will starve you to death. Yeah, the nice part about streaming this game is, as of this exact moment, there's only 9 people watching it, 2 of which are on my stream, so I'm doing pretty good. I'm second on the list. Now I just need more people to come join. And after I crash and burn a few times on here, because it's possible, I will probably swap to a different thing. The highest I've been, I hit, I think, 100 people. And they kind of made themselves, they leveled out a bit. They kept having famines and starving to death, and then regrowing the next year. And I'm like, okay, you guys are good, so I'm just going to leave you alone. But I figured starting mid-thing wouldn't help a lot, and this way I could teach you guys what little tips and tricks I know for anyone who's interested in this kind of game. For example, the Gatherer's Hut is a really good starting food because it collects about 3,000 a year versus the farm, which I deleted down here. The farm is about 1,500 food a year, as well as you have to remember to buy seeds for it every couple of years, or else they just won't grow anything new. And this is year 2. I believe I need to start making tools. Yes, I only have 26 tools left, and they're going to run out soon. So I need to go over here and build my blacksmith. Another thing I found was you want to have your, what's it called? Your cemetery built by year 7, or else they will start dying off from old age. And you don't want to have the dead bodies everywhere because people get upset, and if I remember, if disasters are on, you will have a disease like the plague spread throughout your village. I have not played with disasters on yet because I want to be able to confidently run a village without the disasters on. And based on how I'm doing so far, I made it to year 2, so I'm doing decent. And I turned it again. All my herbologists died during childbirth. The other cool thing about the laborers is they will automatically take over if someone dies. So unfortunately, I lost to both the herbologist and her child. So, need to speed up the cemetery a bit more. People are already dying from mini disasters that don't count. Food. And builder. There we go. Redesign where everyone is. You can also prioritize things. For example, I can just hit go over here. I can hit this increase priority button, and then I can click on this space, and then people will rush to finish this a lot faster. I do struggle with using that just because I don't always see immediate results, but also that's okay because it takes them some time to go get the materials for it. Now I have a schoolhouse, so all my children will become educated before they grow up. I don't know exactly what this does. Let's find out. It has a little informational on everything. It's great. And I can just Google things when I need it. Storage, services, schools. Teacher can do up to 20 students at once. Okay, there it is. Schools are used to increase the education of citizens. Educated citizens will produce more resources in any profession they may be assigned to. So if I assign an educated laborer to a farm, instead of maybe $1,500 a year, they'll make closer to $2,000, which helps significantly when you're dealing with later on in the years when you have a lot more people, most of which are running other things like a blacksmith or a tailor shop because you need to be able to keep up with coats and tools and firewood, etc. It helps so much. The town hall, unless you are prepared, is a little iffy choosing to use. It does help a lot with statistics. It does show like if I remember, it shows like the growth of your city and things like that. But you can also collect nomads. So people will come by your village and say, hey, I want to live here. If you don't have enough houses available, then they'll become homeless. You can build a boarding house, which will provide tons of space. And every time a new house is built, they'll move right in. And they don't have to worry about collecting nomads. The issue is, sometimes they'll come in sick, and you won't know until it's too late, and people are now sick with COVID or something like that. And you don't want to deal with that when you're not prepared for it. So try to make sure your hospital, or at least a herbologist, is built before collecting nomads. You do have the option to deny them, so don't worry about that, but it is a big help some years. One person there. That's still paused. I need more stone. Oop, late autumn. Next winter. So yeah, the 10 times herbologist. It is not a herbologist. He's an herbologist. I haven't talked this much in so long. It's also weird because of how high up this is, because this is my husband's desk, this isn't my desk, so all of his things are slightly higher. So my angle is really stressing my throat. But fingers crossed, I should have a PC soon, where looking into one, and then I'll be able to get everything organized a little bit better, try a different program for streaming. When I was trying to start, I completely forgot to log out of my old account because I originally tried on a different account, but things just kept coming up and I wasn't able to stream. But I wanted to restart with something fresh and a better username for myself for right now. So I'm currently using OBS, but when I first started fixing everything to match this stream for these particular games, it was in the wrong account, so I had to restart, and then I had to remember where in the world to hit the button to add broadcasting a game, and that took me about 10 minutes. I don't know why, but I couldn't remember. So, that's part of why I was late, and then my mic kept screeching at me, and I'm like, I'm not putting this on my stream. Firewood is low. Okay, there's a lot of low firewood. Well, start cutting wood. How much wood would a woodcutter cut if a woodcutter would cut wood? I don't know, because he won't cut it. Don't want to do too big, because then they'll just be working on that all night. You do also have this log limit or anything limit that they'll stop producing when it hits that number, and they'll turn into general laborers. So if you only want to carry 50 tools at a time, you can do that. If you have a lot more people than that, you can turn to 150 tools. And that way you're not wasting resources. So for example, I might not have the storage to carry more than 200 logs. So I don't want them to do that. As soon as my storage hits a little over 200, they'll just stop. And they'll only plant, or they'll turn into a laborer, and they'll deal with everything next year when I run out. So like for the woodcutter, I can make a fuel limit, which is based off of my storage and my houses. If I put this really high, all of my wood would go right to my woodcutter, and I wouldn't be able to use much for building anymore, and that's a real struggle. And now my stone is low. Stone! And my herbologist, okay. I want to up that a little bit so I can sell it later. So I'm going to put that to 200 herbs. Still working on the stone over there. Where are we working? I lost my thingy. Where did it go? I keep exiting out of these and I don't want to. There it is. I'd love to be able to change the size of these so I can make them like smaller or bigger. Because especially with like these build things, like these, occasionally I'll want to have them all up so I can micromanage activating one at a time. Instead of trying to find them within my village, I could just click on the blacksmith over here and just be like, alright, I now want you on. Or I'm running out of stuff, I should pause the town hall type deal. But I don't like having them this big. I'd like to make them just like this top bar type deal. And then it's a lot easier for me to navigate between them, because if they're right on top of each other, now I can't access the blacksmith if there's another one below it. It makes it a little difficult. But that's also just, I'm crazy and want a bunch of little screens open because it personally helps me, but it's all up to your style. So I had one point where I had all of this covered and all I could see was like this little square in the center because I had pre-built like almost my whole city and paused everything, and I was moving it one by one. I had a whole stack of houses just right on top of the other, so I could just hit play one after the other. As soon as it built, I just exited and hit play on the next one. There was a lot going on in that world. But they did pretty good that time. I need to build some more houses before they come to a standstill. Here. Ah! I don't use the keyboard very often, so I keep forgetting which buttons are which. Boink and boink. And then I'm going to do this. Okay, yeah, that wouldn't shouldn't have fit anyway. No, not over there. Here. Trying to avoid the plants, and yet it doesn't help my road. Here we go. Alright. Here we are with autumn of year 3. I have 2665 food and storage. I have 200 logs, about 100 going down firewood, because it's winter, so of course they are collecting all of their firewood and dragging it to their houses. I ran out of stone, I have 50 iron, and what am I out of? Out of coal, that makes sense. I have only 10 tools left, so I need to prioritize the blacksmith. So I need to boink, boink, make the blacksmith. Oh, they're almost done with the cemetery, and then anyone who dies will immediately be buried. You don't have to worry about diseases or unhappiness or anything. My health is at a 4.5, which is pretty good. I've had worse. I also... Oh, right, it's like the variety of food. That's what I usually struggle with. So they do appreciate a very wide variety of foods, and you can get more than what you were provided through the trading post. For example, I only had potatoes, cattle, and whatever deer and berries they could gather. That's only like 4 or 5 different food groups. So they want more than that to provide for them all of the nutrients they need, which I fully understand. I wouldn't want to eat just beef and blueberries for the rest of my life. So once I get the trading post up and enough room to build a bunch of little farms, I will have potatoes. I think there's squash, pumpkin. I think there might be corn. I have not collected all of the seeds yet, but I'm working on that. They also have an orchard, so you can grow fruit trees, which can be fermented into ale. If I remembered it's fermented, I might be wrong. But you can make them ale and alcohol, and they seem to really enjoy that. They also are allowed to eat the berries. For the trading post, you're allowed to sell anything that you have. For example, for the gatherer's hut, they collect mushrooms. And last we heard, we're no guarantee if this is still happening, but the mushrooms take up like 4 times the space of anything else in your storage barn. So we like to just sell them immediately, and that way it's a good resource to just get rid of and keeps your storage nice and clean. You're allowed in each of these things to see the previous season and the current season, what they're producing. So, for example, this is only spring, so the season just began, but I could see that last year I collected 1,000 venison and 30 leather, and that leather will be used in coats. I don't remember if I can use it on anything else. So, for the gatherer's hut, I collected 520 onions, 512 mushrooms, 622 roots, and 554 berries last year, all of which is edible, if I remember right. Yeah, all of which is edible. I was gonna say, I don't remember if the roots are, but they're able to work on what they need to. Forester collected iron? Okay. Forester apparently collected iron and stone. I'm gonna guess it was just trying to make room for a tree, but still. If you say so. Alright, I have more laborers that I can assign. So I'm going to put 1 in the fisherman, max that out to its 4. I'm going to add another one to the builder, so I only have 1 laborer left. And that way I can make sure the blacksmith gets built. Because they are just waiting on 11 more stone and then the building. The cemetery is now built. I believe this is the largest size cemetery. This is 144 graves, so you're good for quite some time. Because even if everyone died, I'd still have tons of space. I don't know if the graves disappear or decompose eventually. That is something that we could definitely check out on the hinty thingy. Give me the hinty thingy. Cemeteries. cemetery is used as a resting place for citizens that have passed away. When a citizen dies, if there is room, a grave will appear in the cemetery. Cemeteries are variable in size. You can have large cemeteries with many graves or small plots wherever you like. When a citizen dies, their children and spouse lose happiness. If a spot for a grave in a cemetery is available, the happiness loss won't be as severe. This happiness loss will be recovered over time if the citizen is in a happy environment. Tombstones will decay after many years, allowing reuse of a full cemetery. Care must be taken in placement of a cemetery. If the cemetery is removed, the tombstones will remain and decay naturally. Only then can the area be used for other purposes. Citizens living near a cemetery will get a slight happiness boost. Oh, okay. So apparently I need to put my homes near the cemetery. I've been sitting here avoiding that, thinking that they're going to be very upset. But okay. So that all makes sense. And I was right, the tombstones do disappear eventually, which means that as long as I keep my population at a decent size, the 144 graves will be good, but it will take quite some time. So I might want to build another one in another section of the town when I expand. The houses I'm going to now line along the front so that they have the chapel and the cemetery really close by. Now that I know that they're not upset about that. And now I know, don't delete the cemetery. There's no point unless you just want to wait for those few years to deal with. And people are running out of tools, so finish the blacksmith! Come on! Quickly! I only have so much to do. I want... Oh, that's going to take so much. To delete that. And build these. All these peasants running around, tainting my beautiful landscape. Just instantly building my road. This is glorious. Wow, that's a lot of people. Okay. So a lot of people just grew up, a lot of people were born. We're doing good. I should... Why is there a blacksmith here? I'm going to delete this. I don't know why that's there. No wonder everything's been screwed up. Oops. No. This should have been clicked on. There we go. 2 people working over here. Now they're going to herd all the cattle that's left over here. Oop, that's fast. Times 10. So now all these cattle will make more, and once they hit 20, anyone extra will be slaughtered for their meat, and I believe cattle also gives hide. I might be wrong, but they might also make milk. Not sure about that one. There go the deer. I'm going to just let these people be laborers for now. My food is still at 3,000 and rising, so I'm not going to worry about making too much extra for food-wise yet. I'm just going to unpause the fisherman hut and the trading post and go from there. The quarry, I should have enough people that it doesn't matter that I build that now. The supplies I am running low on, but that's okay. They're still working on that. You are missing a house, that's why. You need a blacksmith. You need down one, down one, down one. I also like to make all of the buildings only require one builder because it helps me figure out how many I have sitting around. So I should only have 16 buildings that are waiting on help instead of 337 or whatever if they're all maxed out. Oh yeah, I'm looking for the priority button. Prioritize that. Okay, yeah, so creating the quarry is a good idea because they are running out of stone pretty quickly. And it's only late spring, so they should have enough time to build the houses before having an issue. And I cut down that building so that I could bring this road over here, and then I can build the houses without having a line in the center. Just makes it neater. Wink, 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 wink. One, two, three, three. And of course, doesn't align well for that. Let's see if there's something I can sneak in there. And my storage for produced goods is nearing capacity, so I need to build another storage barn. That one. Which we will put here, because then I will have easy access to it when I am filling up the trading post up here. Oh, cool. That actually matched up really well. Proud of that. That there. That goes there. Just cleaning up my roads a bit. I like doing double roads just because it makes it easier for me to see the road, as well as then I know it's working and it's not like there's a risk of them like bumping into each other or anything like that. I don't think they have an issue with that, but I have had games where they do. So I like to make all of my walkways instinctively double wide at least in games. Depending on what's going on. I might choose like a triple wide like this, but also this just seems very thick to me. So I'm going to get rid of it before I forget. And I'm just going to look at it and go like, why did I do that? Alright, you are just out of space. You are out of supplies because you need iron and wood. And it's dark now and I can't see. I need... Stockpile, stockpile. Okay. We're gonna slow this down a bit. Just because I'm getting lost. Dirt road. Cancel that. So I do have 3,400 food. That should easily last us the winter, especially with only 27 adults, 8 students, and 4 children. So I'm doing pretty good. We are growing at a decent pace. It is year 5, so I have 2 years until people are going to start dying of old age. So I do want to start building these houses up pretty quickly so that I don't have to worry about them. Because that way they have the ability to move into a better or a new house. I already built the hospital. I don't need a schoolhouse yet. Oh no, 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 no. Tavern. Yeah. Taylor. No. Okay. Fortunately, everything is like so oddly shaped and sized. It's difficult to match things up really well. And that's okay. Because it'll get there. Okay, so once I do that, it'll fit. Good. Oops. increase priority over here. Finish up tidying these roads. And now it's winter again. Let me see if I can fix this. I don't like having the snow and things personally, just because it makes it harder for me to see through it. Yeah, that'll work. Apply. Yeah, so now it will just turn into snow, I believe. And it won't, like, snow over it. I'm gonna bring the heat closer to me without getting too close to the computer. I have the ceiling fan on to regulate the air, but it's still set on the summer temperature, so it's pushing all the cold air right back at me. I'm sorry, people, if you worked faster, you have a home. Year 6 with spring. Everyone keeps visiting the cemetery. I'm concerned. It's a lot of cemetery visiting. It's also glitched, and I don't understand why. Just standing in the cemetery is not going to lengthen your time. They're just standing there debating the fact that they know their time is coming. They're gonna die. Ah. Nothing fits. Nothing fits well. It's so annoying. Yeah, a little bit. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. No, that's right. Never mind. I can math. I swear. Boing. Boing. And then going to build a stockpile here. And then a road through here. Pause. 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 I'm just going to pause anything that doesn't have resources in it. That way they focus more on what we can actually do, because I don't have any resources apparently. I wonder they're just standing around. I ran out of resources. Clear the stuff. Oh yeah, because they immediately ran over there. They've just been waiting for something to do, apparently. Actually, I could just clear cut this space. Clear that out. At least I didn't run out of tools yet. Still have 12 tools, so I'm doing good. I'm now up to 31 adults with 4 students and 5 kids, so we're getting there. We're growing. I want to hit at least 50. 50's really good. 100 would be better, but 50's really good. I almost have enough resources for the storage barn. Aw, Mango found his worm. I have a bearded dragon in the corner over there, and he found one of his super worms. He's enjoying a midstream snack. Yeah, I see you. So as you can tell, this game it's a lot of babysitting for the first while. Once you get the renewable resources up and running, usually you can kind of settle down with what you're doing for a little bit, and then once they get a lot more people, as they keep growing, you'll have to babysit it a lot more. So where I had it with between the 80 and 100 people, I was able to mostly just let it go because they did manage to find themselves a good spot. But in like a year or two after I had done that, I would need to build more houses and worry about what's going on with that. I also had a whole bunch of houses already on wait at that time before I wanted to play something different at that point. So all of those houses were ready to gradually be built on and create more people. So it was just going to kind of explode if I let it be for another hour. Oh, the quarry's almost done. Got all the supplies, now they just need to build it, and then the quarry's going to provide for me a renewable resource for stone. Things like the quarry and the mine, they do eventually deplete, but it does take a pretty long time, so I'm not worried about that for a while. I don't know if the hole gets left, though, when it's depleted. We'll have to find out. And I still haven't built a house. Let's add a few more people into the build. Build. Gather the resources and build the houses so people can stop yelling at me for being a bad governor. Maybe I'll put the farms up here. Let's build a bridge from here. I can. Awesome. Alright, so this is going to be a bridge to a farm section. I'm going to put a bunch of farms up here, maybe another gatherer's hut up this way somewhere. I don't know yet. We'll find out. Oh, my town hall's building. And I still have 2,700 food. So we're still doing really good. I'm proud of these people. They're actually holding their own this time. They just need some help with activating the gathering resources, which is my fault. I completely forgot about that. Let's give some more fishers so we can bump that 27 up to a solid 3 that's stored. I need, let's do 2 people in the stone cutter for now. So as you can see, it has this yellow bar. That's how much is remaining. I think I've only managed to get down to like 90 or 80 the last time I played. So it's pretty good. And they can change the stone limit, which is how much of the stone is being stored. So it's pretty nice game for those who wish to micromanage, which is something I really enjoy doing. A lot of other games that I've played, I can't convince them to prioritize correctly, which is why I really like this one, because I actually can make them do about 90% of the time what I want them to do. Build a stockpile here. There we go. Still clearing everything out. Okay, all 4 of those houses are being worked on. They're waiting on mostly stone. Okay. Anywhere else I could steal stone from. It does seem when you tell it to remove resources that if it sits for probably either like 6 months to a year type deal, it does disappear. Probably due to the fact that it realizes there's not enough labor for it, which works out pretty well, but it's something to remember when you're trying to just clear out a whole island before building on it, because if they don't finish it in time, they just won't finish it. Oops. I touched it. Hold on. I forgot I can't do that. I have to go back. Hold on. Okay, I fixed it.